we go.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called
That was awful.
Elohim.
I miss the nice simple, like, 3 clumps and you're done. Why'd that have to be faster?
Ah, you're awake. Welcome to the world of the living. Of course. All right. You're well. Oh.
What's broken now?
Silly.
So. Pleasure.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
I was getting worried there.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Thanks,
Damn it.
1K.
I should have gone third
Let's see
person.
what we've got here.
Don't know if that
The
works
file
there,
format
but
is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although
I think
some
180
parts
doing this
aren't
right
loading
at the
correctly.
was a bit.
And it crashed. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. You know what?
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want
It's
an
like one of these
analysis
skips are
of
so
that
much
particle
more
part.
seamless.
On it.
I'm not going to bother retrying
Anyone
ICs
got
for
a
fail
butterfly
them
net?
now with skips.
I'm connecting the transport
They do
system
technically still
before
save
it's finished.
time.
Hold on.
It's just so very minor now. Oh. You know,
This
never mind,
place
I
is
will.
magnificent. Is that a puzzle?
And already losing time. Good start. Well, that one's actually kind of a given. I probably should have deleted that gold. don't get the chances, I've just got to remember after the run.
Ah, clever.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Damn it, I can't drop it.
If I didn't...
So close. You wanna do that? Get that first, because it means you don't need to wait that extra second.
When the
If you
first
can
man
get it
picked
before
up
the
the
group
first
call.
stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
You know, I looked at that from the corner of my eye, and completely innocent, there wasn't a minus sign in
I've
front.
been playing around with this
Wait a
machine that
second.
absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particle.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetrominoes represented the name of God
We only have
and
5?
God's ability to reshape the world.
True,
Hold on.
but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is
Oh,
another
this
man's
might not have
genius.
arrived yet. You have 6 puzzles solved, but I could only place 5 pieces. So this is probably the biggest route adjustment
Is that some kind of
in the entire
anti-gravity?
run compared to the
I'm
old
not sure.
version.
Could be, I guess.
So before we went from that second sprite location to tower, then came back to trigger those spots 3 and 4 and get 1 and 2.
In the big... The map... If...
This was not the
Yes.
right option.
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to
Now,
the pyramid.
we still wait for that long sequence for it to travel to the front of the bridge. And during that we go to 2.
We need
a secure.
You know,
Then we finish at Do Tower and we'll just leave.
Alright, everybody. I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next site. But while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the...
Okay, I'm not sure why that doesn't let me skip. Oh, delete. I accidentally deleted the first half of my times for this. First few levels here are fine, gotta keep them.
I can't help but notice that many of these structures are not strictly functional. There's a sense of aesthetics, of beauty here. This place might be meant to test us somehow, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
I'm actually not sure why I changed. Or like, rather, I'm not sure why I hadn't already changed this.
Melville,
I don't think it had anything
what
to
did
do
you
with this
just
patch.
upload?
I did
I'll
not
tell-
flick the switch by two.
I mean, technically, you're
I
right,
was not meant to get
but
that checkpoint. Okay, it's all
Is
going
that-
wrong.
I can't tell what that is.
How did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville.
I'll
I
go
don't
back
know
to 2
how to
after
make my eyes go out of
1.
focus.
Clearly you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
No, so I was meant to spawn back outside 3. Actually, after 1, yeah, no, I'll go here and then to 1. It's meant to spawn right back here, so I could you. Place this too far back. Then I was meant to hit this when I actually went to 2 instead of wasting time now. It's all good. Song split, I deleted the time on so no one will notice this time loss. See, they golden, how can I have lost time?
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
I've gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question. I'm glad we don't get headaches.
I keep thinking, why puzzles? Is it just their symbolic value because of our history? Because if all this is meant to be a security system like 1K suggested, why would you build a security system that can just be solved? But if this is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity,
Something's blocked.
our persistence.
You're assuming that this
Well,
place
maybe
follows a
reset
coherent
checkpoint.
logic.
That tree,
My
damn it.
impression is that it's full of contradictions.
Okay, bad world.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles? They're not replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago?
Yep, you can tell I didn't reset. I've already got you and got the switch.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Oh, we did the wave. Great.
You know.
It's an actual conversation.
Hey, 1K.
Where am I? I haven't fallen off the cliff yet. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that's more time loss. So I've got to run out of
This is very
here.
similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected.
What were they doing here?
And who are they?
I got lost somewhere again. This is really not going well. So normally would have kept that IC out, and after the group call, just to reset straight into 6. Okay, must have just gotten turned, because I know.
You were.
Get all this time loss. Whoa.
Every answer leads to another question. The last answer leads to the first question.
I should have just quant that one, so I realised my notes were. My notes are in the wrong place. So this isn't even the right notes, I'm looking at the 1.03 notes. That's what it still says, do both bridges.
Ho! Promi... You see...
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was.
Okay, do we still need to IC the dialogue before we can skip? I don't know that. That was a broken IC, where I couldn't escape out of. Why can't I just skip these? Why am I actually needing to IC them?
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although it does have some molecular weirdness going on too. Too little variation in the grain.
I've managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here. But experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
I think about New Alexandria all the time.
Speaking backwards for now, that
But
could
realizing
actually be
this
fast
place
if you
was
don't
built on
miss.
its bones just brings it all back even more. We were so optimistic when we started. So
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
There's very little new in this world, so it's going to be hard to save time at all. And like, there's no... Where am I going? There's no reset
The wheel
checkpoints.
turns, but without the road, it cannot move.
Or very few at least.
it's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving?
These labs seem to be everywhere, but compared to the technology we're seeing above ground, they're downright primitive.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply
What was
causation,
that?
though.
That was horrible.
I sent the drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded...
An excellent solution.
Okay, now 80%, don't fail me now. Right, no, we need to reset an 8, otherwise the bots have moved. And we've got one, cool. It's not based on anything vigorous at all, but I believe there's 5 bot piles in this world and 4 bots. Which means there's an 80% chance we get a bot standing there.
When the grid.
And run out and say hello.
structure. It's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspect.
Yeah, that goal probably needs deleting too. Can't delete golds mid-run.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds.
That's one way of doing it. Whoops. At least I can delete golds, I just need to delete the split time as well, obviously.
Come on, people, get on board. We haven't got all day. Yakut, take us in.
Aye, aye, sir. Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to
God,
explore
that's
as much
so
as we
fucking
can,
weirdo.
separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything
Well, I was
interesting you find,
skipping
and
deleting
pay
the gold,
special
but
attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
The schematics we
At least
found
now
in
I don't
that
need to
lab were
remember.
extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these fast structures?
Isn't this an incredible space? Look at it all, it's beautiful.
Didn't quite get that right, but well. Easy. Getting the hang of doing that on keyboard. It's actually really not as bad as I thought keyboard was. I just forgot what I was supposed to. Wait.
That's unfortunately common these days. For some reason, when people see
No,
something
wait,
built
skip.
by human hands, they can't see its beauty. They can look at an ant colony or a coral reef and be impressed. But if it was made by humans, they just don't see it. It's good to be humble as an individual, but we have to be careful not to lose track of our accomplishments as a species.
Is this
If
the
we're
right
impressed by
option?
the complex patterns produced by animals,
This
then
feels longer than the other
this-
one.
This should be breathtaking. Athena.
The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here...
All right, take us back to base camp, Yakut.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't feel right how seamless
Our
that
main
is.
objective is getting back into the megastructure.
These are on
1K,
two different
I want you on
maps.
puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them.
There's even
The
a
rest of
transition
us
map
can't
between them.
neglect our secondary objectives of studying this island and understanding this technology.
I've still got the cheating. Let's fix that. So this is very different now. Probably for the worst, since they patched the infinite clone breakouts and that was such a cool strat. Okay, we got a bot.
Miranda is the founder's daughter. It's still kind of blowing my mind. She came all the way out here, left everything she had behind, and created a new life. Why do you think she did that? Neither do I. Maybe she was just
I
lonely.
need to hit one of those so that I can leave. I don't really want to say it's unlucky, but I think Yakut is the only one who has something to say, so if you get him. Avoid Mel. Actually, I didn't use to talk to Yakut at all earlier, because this is a star, so we get auto-warped.
Not all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
this one, we were 2 seconds away from being able to do something neat. And again... 2 seconds away from being able to do something neat before the warp. Yep, we have a bot.
I can't imagine spending...
Then our torp, so we don't. I had to wait for Byron's wave animation, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to talk to him. Well, I see him rather.
Hey, Cave, what's up?
This is just another spot that will plainly loses time. And it sucks. So we have to farm for the bot so that we can get warped here.
But it...
And then we talk to him again,
Hey,
and then we just wait.
How can I help you?
Now we can go on.
Pattern is
It's
holding.
water we're getting warped
Solve
down.
the puzzles, enter the tower, speak to an entity, turn on the beam. It's like she's appealing to our past, reminding us of where we came from, but changing enough elements to make us feel...
I'm glad to see all those overloads haven't damaged your logic circuits.
I miss the older out so much, it was so cool. Now I'm stuck doing this.
Any further insights on the particle clouds, Melville?
To be honest with you, Byron, I feel like a caveman trying to study Bose-Einstein condensate. I'm seeing unknown particles.
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
I do wonder how much time we're going to lose on the N1 split. It's just like inevitable.
Golden Gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what?
At least we've got a new golden
You're on.
warp. Oh, we didn't lose any time. Going one.
In the beginning, before we built New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward.
Getting this one in like 5 confused. One, the exit's right next to the door behind a fence, the other, the exit's like one wall forwards behind a fence.
There's so much history here that we can't see. The founder must have walked these paths hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Miranda must have stood right where we're standing. This all
Those two
looks
are very
alien
close
us,
to
but
each
it
other on
must
their
have been
paths right
familiar to
now.
them.
If this was their home, where are they now?
They must be inside the megastructure, waiting for us to pass the test. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Shortcut, not worth it. So close to beating that. It's the side. No, not that far. Doesn't matter since you always beat it here anyway.
So these monuments represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx, and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
For a given value of sense.
Can't you upload a picture of your hand?
Disoriented there for a second. -X. Yeah, kind of messed that up a bit, but we're here. Not a dialogue to right click out of. There's no way the skull is accurate. A minute 38.
Are you... Yes, You might...
I did mess it up a bit, sure, but there's no way going through 2 extra dialogues is that fast. I really lost 20 seconds somewhere in there. Interesting. Right, yeah, that's not yet. I have the notes for that bridge written down, but I haven't been using them, so... 1, 2, 4, 3 prime. Can we sneak through that? Yes, we can. Prometheus told me I'm a robot.
I've been thinking. There's 3 towers per car.
None may know what came first, error or sin, and yet every choice depends on it.
Very much is not one point. It's so bad. It's such a bad run, even excluding watching all the VTOLs.
This area looks flooded as well.
Our ancestors melted a whole lot of ice.
thanks to that run, I haven't had to watch them in this run.
I've had a closer look at the Somnodrome. It's based on the original prototype with some modifications. As usual, the data is a mess, but I strongly suspect there might be a functional version somewhere.
I know some of
that's
you have
bad.
heard stories about the answers this device might reveal. But please
I mean,
remember,
that's basically what I did
that
with
is
that
not
run.
our main priority here. Keep an eye open for it, but focus on...
That's bad. Oh great, when I can't ban them. This makes sense, but it annoys me that we can't do these for the statue anymore.
Horses are broken, not taught. That is the way of humankind.
Those are awful bumps again. Yeah, the megastructures are always the same. 4 is just a leave, I don't need anything. It's 6 that needs the jammer. I'm sure I'm not doing fully optimal mega. Oops, I'm sure I'm not doing fully optimal mega structure strats, but
Wandering around these landscapes,
more important
solving
to do all the
puzzles,
levels properly.
in a way, 1K's experience must be very similar to Athena's in the simulation.
There's one difference, though. Athena was alone.
We could photo fling this. What on earth was that jamming? Wait, no, I don't actually care about checkpoint anymore. Old strats had you had to get the checkpoint while bringing the jammer inside, so you had to bring it inside, then tap the purple and pick it up. That doesn't matter anymore.
Their own culture.
I can just go straight over the wall and keep
Lost
going.
under the waves. If they'd been less greedy, they could have kept all that.
I don't think we can pass moral judgment on an entire species based on the decisions of a handful of leaders. But I do think they made a mistake. They stopped caring about what they built. They stopped seeing the romance of civilization.
Still not entirely sure on the angle to take here. But it's even further left. Rocket start, they pulled through. No, I didn't do that. We want that checkpoint.
That was extremely convoluted.
Some of the spark trails are really long. 8. The one I like is South 2, when it wraps around the Pandora statue. It goes in such a ridiculously long winding path, only to end up like 20 meters away from where it started. Can't jump. It's gonna break the ice sheet thing.
Hear me.
Okay, no.
Well done, one.
Okay, wow, that was the first time I felt an IC. That gold's probably unshifting. Skippable. I could have Tavarsied this too. I was too busy deleting the gold.
All right, here we go.
All right, everyone, have a look around, but stay in touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you. I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out, okay?
Almost just ran straight to that dialogue trigger as if this was M1. I lost a lot of... Well, didn't really lose as much as I just didn't gain height at all. For a long portion of that.
We have to go. Now, 1K, get moving!
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yakut, we have no idea where he is or what...
So how many strats did I forget to do there? So I don't know the biggest strats. I think that's pretty optimal, right?
Come on,
aside from the back pumping.
Get us out of here, Yakut.
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings.
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors.
I don't know how you do this properly.
Please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable.
Through the door.
May the founder be with you.
What am I stuck on this time? This is not saving me any time. Do you reset there? I only glanced over Gilly's video.
Nice. Oh, that's...
Whoops.
I did.
Nope.
Good.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever
I'm
you're
really
ready.
not good at doing this backwards either.
No rush, though.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be...
Oh, I couldn't skip that one with space. That's interesting.
What did the mayor say?
This may be a soft block.
No, he's just concerned for our safety.
Yeah. Given the fact that I can't skip that, I'm going to assume it was a soft block and I shouldn't have done that. So we're losing time, probably.
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Yeah. Okay, listen learned. Probably not worth RCing if you miss the IC here.
Alright, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the Tetromino bridges.
I really have to remember
that means
this
you can
puzzle,
solve
right?
the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that...
I can't even get my brain to think like that.
Cool. I really like that solution. It's so silly. Toledo needs to except one computer. was just silly. Great way to lose 20 seconds. That's where I left it.
When the heavens are silent, what is the prophet, and what is the tyrant?
Messed up all my sensitivity. Good now though. So this one I actually like more because it's silly. It just does exactly what we were gonna do anyway. I mean, that is kind of what Warp's do in half the maps.
Your only
Come on, jump through that gap. I missed that.
I think it's safe to assume that Olympus is the entity's term for the
Surprisingly little time save for being warped all that way, actually. I guess we're doing the triple here now. It's difficult to delete. Why is my thing broken? It's immediately after a neat tower warp. We have an awful one.
In this area, we have an especially weird problem. Something in one of the labs is going completely bananas, and I can't shut it down because I'm not, well, you. Come find me when you're ready. What is it with the language libraries and bananas?
Them.
So that is before, but then there's nothing good we can do. We just get warped here and run back to where we were a second
Given how
ago.
aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere, I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the
Breakfast with
entities might be
20-second time
epiphenomenal in
loss.
some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
At least that means the rest of the map is untouched. So this is a pretty neat route for how annoying of a route the sprite goes on.
since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades from the original Soma design, and he was the first to
The
volunteer
section
to
still
upgrade his
feels weird.
existing body.
With instant transitions, but they're faster, so...
Deliberate evolution, he called it.
Athena and Cornelius were very kind to me, and so was Byron, but he
And
also
that one's
made
not
fun of me.
instant.
And oddly enough, that made me feel more like an equal than anything the others said. That was extremely convoluted.
I really hope the order of the sort of dialogues are as consistent, so that when this is at a marathon, consider the... Make a joke about a very simple solution, only to Mel say it was very convoluted. This is the spark section I was talking about earlier. Not this one right now, the next one. It's going to end up next to that rock. After this position. It's like, what, 30-40 meters? The path it takes is a massive loop through here. So it's gonna be all this time to spare, so we'll do the other stuff. Messed up placing the converter, just could not find the... Well, it's kind of consequence of not
The
being able
honest
to go
philosopher
through
is
the stack 2
rewarded with
anymore.
poison. The hypocrite is rewarded with power.
Wait, that 1, 2, 3. There. The spark to reach its 6th spot. No warps here, just going straight to the exit. Don't need to try that spot. Fuck yeah.
So, here it looks like there
Kinda
should
sad
be
we
an
managed to
anti-gravity
replace no
elevator,
clip seal,
but it's
but
locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk, but I think it'll be worth it.
this is a tad easier.
I spotted the lab with the drone.
I feel like it
Send me
leads
the
to a
coordinates.
cleaner route here, even though 7 always sucks.
I am so glad I'm not in charge of solving these.
Easy 40 seconds. Seconds even, not needing to backwards, no clip seal. I remembered where that was.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating.
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
How did that save 10 seconds?
Having a friend like Byron is a rare blessing. Someone who listens to you, who disagrees, but still appreciates your thoughts. The more we explore this island,
I swear it's gotten harder to place that
the more
connector.
convinced I become that he was wrong. and the megastructure is a threat to all of us.
Well, fine. This round's mostly so far ahead because we have new cutscene skips got patched in. It's not bad, but it's not an incredible run either. That's my connector. I had it a second ago. Of course, I managed to hit the tiny pole. The 30 is optimal. Every one of these jumps, clumps, we call them, is frame perfect. And it's for one frame after leaving photo mode you can jump. So we want the lowest FPS possible. Yeah.
If the
Do you get the feeling they deliberately overcomplicate stuff so you don't realise how much money you're giving them?
Well, at least this part is consistent. The megastructure is...
I should have tab RC'd. And so it's like 3.5 minutes saved over puzzles, which is not weird.
Taking us in. Let's hope we can find the big guy.
Skips we have there are not anywhere near as big. It's just that. Oh, that's the wrong path. I've played this game before.
Yay! I found another elevator. My favorite. Once again, I have no idea where I am. No sign of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K. I know I've said this before, but look at the size of this. How can all of this be one machine?
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
That's our whole history, isn't it? The whole history of humankind. And it's not just machines. It's science, it's literature. Knowledge builds on knowledge.
I can't imagine I actually use robots for that. Do they?
Be careful, 1K. We don't know what's down there.
Like they will put together a rack to send to the big stuff. Can't imagine it actually using bots to slot new racks into their existing data centers, but I could see putting a rack together being automated. See that the big ones probably don't order individual racks, so the big ones probably don't order individual racks, they probably order whole cabinets. I know audio win, that's because my headphones just died. They'll fix during the long elevators. The audio automatically came back. That doesn't always happen.
For us to stop growing, but everything here went wrong and Miranda died, then what's the point of all of this? Why the puzzles, the towers?
It comes back for me, but it doesn't always come back for OBS.
What are we being tested for? Does she want us to prove we're worthy of the theory of everything? Or to learn from her mistakes and reject?
Yeah, I think it is that.
I don't don't understand.
Finally, it all makes sense.
Well, in my office we don't have a rack, we have a tiny box that's on the general manager's desk, and that's our server.
Control over physics. Manipulating the base level of reality itself. Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure,
no audio device
we
at
can
all,
do
it just
anything
dies.
we want. I'm not even talking about our
Don't
energy
really know
problem.
why, but
We can build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want.
it's a tiny thing too, it's like just barely bigger than the
Unless we
two
fail.
3.5-inch drives it
Unless we
holds.
make a mistake, like Miranda, and
Like, I don't think it has fans.
Is everyone okay?
all good. I'm
Because it
taking
is
us
mostly
back
just
now.
a file server.
That's a relief.
It was really funny when I first realized it was... It might have one, but definitely not like a full size. I didn't hear the line about there being a problem, so I forgot the mayor was here. Yeah, it's primarily a file server. You know, and machines for the stuff that matter, and for the CI.
I know you're all thinking about the goal and the theory of everything. Is the past what we thought it was? Is the future what we want it to be? But the only thing that's real.
Yeah. It is decently old now, and I'm guessing at the time they bought it they probably only had like 15 employees. Sort of in that range. Square. Let's see one thing. Square. Always get those swapped. Honestly, I don't know because I don't transfer large files to it.
Tell me, Yakut, what impact do you think the megastructure will have on the future of this island?
I tell you it's not great though, since I have to go over Wi-Fi.
Times of war, is it wisdom or folly to give a sword to a child?
Or over VPN if I'm looking from home. This way.
Excuse me. I was looking at your research log, and I was rather perplexed by the latest upload.
Oh, Melville strikes again.
Is that your foot, Melville?
Yes. Do you want to see it up close? Although you won't be able to fully enjoy it as you don't have a rear camera.
Sorry, Mayor.
No,
Melville
it's
just
for
has
Star. Never
a
mind.
unique way of taking pictures.
Next time you're getting an upgrade, you coot. I'm installing a mute button.
It works well enough for what I need it for on my work laptop. It wouldn't be particularly great if I had it on my main desktop.
It must be built.
So even the gigabit connection I do have isn't enough sometimes. Some build stuff I just need to do locally because I create too many files.
She did have to overcome Elohim, whose very purpose was to design trials.
I feel like something's very wrong if I saved 30 seconds on the star. Did I miss reset? Yes, that's totally what happened. It's this side. I remember. That's why there's a big warning in my notes which I'm not reading. Well, last of happened was in PD, I was too fast at solving 4, and I had to redo the last stage of the Strife again. No, that wasn't it. Right, so
This is... What?
That is an unsettling amount of energy.
confused with another puzzle in this world.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me.
Just remember this is slippery collision now, so I can get a slide. Unless I get stuck in that. Apparently.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
honestly not sure if it's worth entering free normally, if we should just break in early, break out. Like without an RC. Why is that in so low quality? Yes, to all the directional letters. On the compass, all the directions are very pixelated, I just noticed.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
What did? Come on. Good thing I noticed before running all the way. Yep, it's this way, and nothing else to do.
Cornelius and Athena created something amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact,
Mayor Hermanubis, what would you say is your impression of the expedition so far?
I think Alcatraz has done a heck of a job under these very trying circumstances.
What about the decision to free Prometheus?
Freeing the Prometheus entity was a calculated risk.
All right, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky. He said you were old friends of his. Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius.
can't believe I saved time on that. It was not worth going all that way. Something. I should have stayed in the arm for a bit and only done the shortcut at the end. What?
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles! But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
You know what I didn't think of? The train ride back from the Earth Lab after Mega 4, that's a cutscene which I'm not sure I'm going to be able to skip. No, we could skip that before, couldn't we? Should be fine. It's something we didn't do in the any percent.
Along. Then remember.
So, Melville, what do you make of these beams?
These bits are wrong.
What can I do for you, 1K?
See what the goals are like. See if they just replace the icons or redo them entirely. What am I doing? I'll probably just delete all the golds and replace with
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in 1K's vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is. It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
must have done that in PV2 and just never updated.
The scale of it all is truly breathtaking. But is it a human scale? Or is it so enormous that it can only alienate us? Humans have always been happiest in small communities. Another remarkable structure. But what can its purpose be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the Files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Is it functional?
I don't think so, not if the inside is like the other towers.
I don't actually need that checkpoint. It's 5 I need the checkpoint of.
Forges, and a hammer breaks. But who can know the heart of the blacksmith?
These puzzles confused as to which direction I need to go.
I wasn't watching the stream, but well done, 1K.
They all look too similar.
Have you found any signs of Cornelius? Could he have returned to the island?
Nothing so far. But he knows this place better than any of us, and we have no idea what he's up to.
Oh, this is the first time I've beat that.
I'm not surprised that the founder chose you, 1K. You're very much like her. Inquisitive, intelligent, and dedicated. But remember, intelligence by itself has little value unless it is ethically applied.
Congratulations! That one looked difficult.
that was a lot of time saved. Did I mess up a sprite again in VV? Slightly too far.
You, as you,
So they point out that this purple is so long that you can't actually you get walkable and reaching the bottom. Oh, it's not. I barely made it. Of course that would happen. I mean, you get half a second of walking before you get warped. It's not that much better. Whoops. Finally skipped that capsule properly for once.
One. Look.
Let's go.
You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
This saves so much time. This is so good.
Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
No! I cannot allow this.
That's my goal. That's my job. Well, you really shouldn't be pumping there, but it's funny. This cutscene may be skippable.
you have suffered a grievous injury, my child.
Do during the Eneficent run.
But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
No, you don't. You don't have to do boot up either. It's only the stuff in the main 100% counters, and then get Miranda ending and trigger the staffing.
Welcome.
That's the wrong one.
Despite... And what?
Have to destroy.
We're all...
Go to...
Okay, please be skippable. Yeah, no, that's not happening. It's up 2:30. Good. And this VTOL flight might not be skippable either. It'll be dumb time save for next run.
Alright, I'll see you at the VTOL.
Mayor Herman knows what he's doing. Attention all citizens. The duration of the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition has been extended to celebrate Completion Day and our dedication to the principles of the goal. May the founder
I
be
can
with
probably
you.
still terminal this. Wait, yeah, no, I already did terminal this. It says it right there in my notes.
One.
You can't do this since you need to talk to them.
On. Goodbye.
Okay, okay. Just a hang, not a crash. I haven't crashed once, did they? I feel like they improved the stability of ICs.
Welcome back. I can't take.
Oh dear. Not really. Not without new tech and scripts. I think that summer best is pretty accurate. I will have to double check it after the run. This might be skippable.
I have only one thing to ask of you, my child.
Glad I got all the mega skips still though.
Be gentle.
I didn't want to do a 100% run to get those unlocked.
On her shoulders, and if she failed to carry it, it was because no one can carry such a burden alone.
This is like barely gonna lose time. Despite how messed up that was.
The way I see it, you should be in charge now, 1K. If you want to have another look around, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah, we can almost certainly skip this next run.
Let me know, and we'll head into the megastructure.
Okay, E1 to... This is like the biggest reroute of the round. I really hope this works. Jesus, that was horrible. Okay, bot? There's meant to be a bot here. Oh no. This is not the right order for this. Bot. Where are my bots? Do they really only... That is... Guess they don't show up unless you've collected everything. I should have tried the Lost level, maybe it would have shown up after the Lost. So the plan was to bot IC this. So I wouldn't need to run back here.
Great works have been accomplished by those who believed in humankind, but greater things than these may yet be accomplished by those who uphold the faith.
So that sucks. I'm gonna take a look. This is not the optimal path to walk. Still none. They have everything now, so that's interesting. Is it because I sided with Al? It's totally because I sided with Al, isn't it? Because that means there's only one bot wandering around this level. E25. There's only one bot wandering around instead of 4 on the 4 paths. I guess it would be 3. That's annoying. I will have to reroute that. Yeah, that 3-minute time loss, yeah, that's not real. I've been carrying that the whole run, since I didn't do those 4 puzzles. Okay, this is just E3 proper. S3 proper, then S2 4. Didn't need to see that. Don't think I've seen the dust lighting here before. It's neat. So here something really fun happens because we left a Prometheus sprite on the spawn point for this map. And as you barely heard for a second there, we just triggered it. So it seems when you teleport into a level like this, you still exist at the regular spawn point for a frame. Which is very convenient because we don't have the time to finish it. We don't have the time to wait for it to get here when we're about to leave the world.
To create, to understand, and to transform, these are the greatest acts of humankind.
1-7. Let's waste 3-8. It is nice that they fixed the being able to skip the triggers to open the door. Or rather, I think they changed what triggers they use for the door to let us skip them. It's always kind of awkward. Just 3-8. It's not up here, it's the next one, isn't it? Yep.
God appears, and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form...
At some point, Athena and I were so consumed by our obsessions that we stopped being able to communicate. We loved each other. But Miranda's ghost hovered over every conversation.
Don't know if that's worth it over just going around. 2 gold.
You can't ever be the same person again.
Since we did a golden warp, we can just go here directly. means we can do the same in North 1 actually, which isn't in the notes. This is West 1, 8. What's this direction? I thought this level was rotated 90 degrees for some reason. I wonder if there's a stuck warp in West 2 from the Golden. So North 1 gold. First time we actually used a clone. And yeah, that's... In fact, I don't want the look back at clone feature on if I'm gonna use him. I missed that lab earlier because it's on the way here. Of 2-1. Actually, no, this should be an IC now that we get skips. We did this purely to skip the Catastrophe before, but it's slightly further away. And IC into N3. Which goes to save us this walking time. Nice place to get stuck. That RC may not have been the right thing to do. Yep. Didn't tab first. Whoops. So here's all the time save we had that little.
Thank you. I'm glad you.
Oops. Wonder if this is skippable. Probably not, I think it's just an animation.
You're in. So far, so good. Look for a visual representation of Miranda.
I wasn't sprinting for a lot of that. Still saved 3 seconds.
Miranda, please talk to me. Are you okay? Did it work?
Father?
4 minutes on the split. Skipping the VTOL saves so much time.
I'll...
The capsule, we're going for the VTOL. I wonder if we can actually skip this VTOL. That's another question. This is not the same VTOL we flew last time, is it? Oh no. I may just have another 3-5 minutes of time save at the end of the run.
Time to go.
Oh no.
But soon we'll finally be able
I can't skip it.
And this time, we'll bring Athena with us.
No. takes so long.
The singularity. We have to stop this 1K. I'll do what I can to help you, but I suspect it's up to you now, 1K.
So much my easy -20, I need to like actually be good now. But we'll get some time save from the slowed removal.
Do not falter now, creature of clay. The flame must be extinguished.
Oh, that felt really weird, getting the warp troll right up against that. I don't think we're getting -20. Well, it was kind of close. So we have a free 5 minutes from the VTOL skips, and then there's probably another easy 5 minutes by not messing stuff up, giving us about a 210. I know, it might be... Let's also make sure 100%. I mean, we couldn't have done Star Cutscene or Gates if we hadn't. I guess Labs could have missed some.